just making a little YouTube video here of my town in Sims 4 on Newcrest. So my latest builds in Newcrest are two religious buildings, one being a Roman Catholic church and the other being a mosque. So I'm trying to make it as diverse as possible, my Sims game, so it's going to be pretty cool. So I'm just going to show you around both of the both of the buildings and see what you guys think of them. And throughout time, I will be adding a lot more to the town, more community lots, and obviously places for people to live. So I'm just going to jump straight in. I've called this St James's Roman Catholic Church. So I'm going to just come in here. Well, it's a generic lot basically, and it's lot to it is natural, like homey feel and a sunny aspect. That's the best I could get it to. Most of it like a churchy sort of feeling. So we'll just wait until this loads. I will be hopefully it won't take too long. Sometimes it can annoy us and take a little while, but let's hope it doesn't. Because it's a bit glitchy now and again in the game, because I have got custom content there and mods, and I've actually got mods in this build as well to make it look a bit more churchy, if you get what I'm saying, because a lot of these things can't always necessarily look churchy without mods. But so here we'll go. Right, I will just put everything, just get it up to a sort of level to show you the outer sort of part of it. This is the exterior of the church. So this is St James's Roman Catholic Church. So let's take a zoom in. This is the front of the church. We've got some lovely stained glass windows here. These are mods. As you can see, here is this lovely stained glass windows, and the stained glass windows continue throughout the church, and obviously it would. And here is the steeple, as you can see. It's not, I mean, this isn't the best church, but I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. So this is the back of the church here, and then we'll go around to the other side and just a moment. And as you can see, the stained glass windows throughout the whole of the church. So I am just going to take you inside of the church now. Right, so here is the main part of the church, as you can see. So yeah, all the pews obviously we're making do with how they look. I would say they look quite good. So unfortunately I can't find a hanging crucifix, which would be great, or crucifix to go on the wall, but unfortunately nobody's come up with that idea. But this is what we've got to make do with, but I'm quite happy with it because the stained glass has got a crucifix in it, as you can see. Here is the altar right here. So the altar has got the right liturgical colour at the moment. It's purple, it's full length, but I will be changing the liturgical colours when the liturgical seasons change. So obviously as the altar, I have got a chalice on there, and there's a Bible there as well. And here is the lectern, and here's the baptismal font. Here's just some seats where we are calling it the sort of the sanctuary. But no way I could have really built the sanctuary, but I would say this looks pretty good build still. So there's plenty of seats for people to come into the church, and here is where the priest will sit. I've put some crucifixes as decoration to try and make it look more Roman Catholic, because it can kind of look just like any old church. We're trying to make this look as Catholic as possible. So yeah, unfortunately there's not really a way of having a tabernacle either. Unfortunately, I have literally had to use a cupboard, but it looks good enough to me. Do excuse me, I do not want to move the floor. Right, so this is obviously the whole church here. If we come to the back of the church, we'll just do a little turn around. As you can see, we've got some lovely stained glass windows and some candles where you could light some candles. Obviously, people are wondering probably where the confessionals are. Well, I've come up with an idea for that because I couldn't fit the confessionals in up here, but I have got confessional, don't worry. Here is the holy water fonts on each side as you enter in the door. So we're going to go down to the basement level, okay? Here I've got a sacristy, okay, basically where the priest vests. This is where the priest vests. I'm not sure how one actually looks, because I've never actually been in a sacristy, but I'm just imagining how this might look. Okay, it's got plenty of stuff. It's got a monstrance there. I think I'm saying that right. I might be saying it wrong, but hope I'm saying that right. There's the chalices. There's some crucifix, some chairs. I've got a bathroom down here as well. Just a small bathroom there. And then if you come down here, there's a small sort of smaller chapel. sort of smaller chapel over this way, as you can see. Here is the confessional. Yeah, I would be aware that there would be some sort of doors on it. This is unfortunately how the mod came, but I'm just imagining that the doors would shut. If we could just use our imagination a bit. So if we go back up, this is the church. So I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. So everybody, if you think this is good, please give us a thumbs up. Uh, so yeah, obviously I'm planning on adding 2 or 3 priests into the game, which will be great. And we can get that sort of actually this church sort of alive and running when I get the 2 priests added into the game, which will be wonderful. So if we just come back up into the whole church, this is it. Sorry, I'm zooming in rather than zooming out. So this is it from a distance, obviously from the outside. So yeah, this is St. James's Roman Catholic Church. Now guys, I'm going to go back into the town and show you the mosque I've built. Like I said, I'm trying to make the game as diverse as I can, which will be really good to make it diverse. Obviously, I'm planning on having Catholic families in the game as well as Muslim, and hoping to add some Hindu family in and Sikh. So it'll be wonderful, and we can all unite. You know. So here is the mosque. I've just basically called it Newcrest Mosque because I'm not sure what I would call a mosque. Obviously I'm not Muslim. I'm not totally there with that. So I just thought we'll be safe and call it Newcrest Mosque. So now we're loading into the mosque. Obviously, I'm sorry if it takes a little while. Hopefully it doesn't. It just give it a moment to sort of start like loading, you know what I mean? It can be irritating. I am sorry. I'm hoping that it won't take too long. But you know, that's me saying hopefully it won't take too long. The church didn't take too long. Like I said, these buildings are modded. And I've got general mods and custom content within the game as well, because it's always a bit better to run that, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to make priests if I didn't actually put the custom content in, because I've managed to get myself a priest's cassock on here. I can't wait to actually make the priests on it, but first and foremost I'm making the buildings. Right, so here we are. This is the Newcrest Mosque. So this is the basically the exterior of the mosque. Yep, so this is the front of it, and I'll just quickly take you around the back there. This is the back of the mosque. It's on 2 levels, so and I've got a lovely little fountain out here. Right, we're going to go inside. Right, let's start on this is the first floor. We'll zoom in. So here's the first floor. This is where the prayer area is. Here's the prayer rugs. I got them off the Sims resources. And here is basically a pulpit where the imam would give a sermon. And I believe that sermons get preached every Friday in a mosque, but I might be wrong. Over the area here is the wudu area where they would make wudu before they come into prayer, because Muslims have to be very clean before they enter the sacred space. So they would have a ritual where they wash, and it's called wudu. It can be broken. So if you break the ritual of what you've just done, you have to do wudu again. So basically you have to be very clean, and also you have to take your shoes off, so I've put some shoe racks there as well. And there's just some little bookshelves over here, and there's some seats over there, but there would never really be many seats in a mosque, but obviously there's some people who would not be able to get onto the floor, and I'm sure that's understood, and that's why there is seats there. Oh, I didn't mean to zoom in that far, but you know, we'll go up a level now. So basically it's kind of the same upstairs here. uh, like I said, here is the prayer area and where an imam would preach his sermon. Little differences, there's a kitchen up here and some toys for children, and there's the books and the area for wudu. So I would say this is a women and children's area, because men and women are split in a mosque when they're praying. They don't pray together. Women and men don't worship together in the Islamic faith. So yeah, this is the mosque. I hope everybody thinks it's a good build as well. And I have made this available on the Sims gallery as well. If anybody wants to download it, which is anybody's more than welcome to download this mosque. I'm going to plan on also putting the church onto the gallery as well. So yes, we'll go back out into my town of Newcrest. So I hope everybody has enjoyed watching this video and taking a look at my buildings on The Sims 4. Like I said, I'm going to be adding to this town with more community lots as well as houses, and obviously I'm going to be adding families into here, included in the sort of families or the sort of Sims I'm going to be making. There's going to be 2 priests for the church, and yeah, and it's all going to be interfaith. Everybody's going to be happy and living in a sort of really good sort of town. So if anybody likes this video, please subscribe, like, and share. So this is Chloe, and I am saying bye.